We always hear about Teacher Appreciation Day, but we rarely hear about how teachers appreciate their students. I've heard so many stories from my colleagues. She just lost her mother. He just lost his father. Divorce court, health issues, a new marriage, childbirth. I hear how students keep them going. Before they knew it, they're sharing their lunch with their school kid, or they were having students over for dinner, former students, that is. Your heart becomes warm. You've managed to maintain life in these four walls, no matter what goes right or wrong outside of them. Students make a difference.
I mean, students everywhere are amazing, but I think there's something special about the Poughkeepsie City School District students.
Our students are absolutely incredible. Our students are so diverse from so many different backgrounds and different home lives, and they have to deal with a lot of things at home.
I think that's one big part of teaching, that when you go into, you know you're going to work with young people and you know that you're going to build relationships. You don't really realize how in the long run students really do become your family.
I've been inspired by students who have certain gifts to change the mood or atmosphere of a room, who have an overwhelming positive nature, who have the ability to talk to a wide variety of people in just about any state of mind and affect them directly.
Over the past 19 years, I've had a lot of students who've not just been my students, but they have literally become my family.
I remember a student, she looked at me in my eyes and she was so concerned and she said, "Well, Miss Foster, are you okay?" Like, that was her whole concern, like, are you okay?
Those are the kinds of experiences that bring me to really look forward to teaching every day after I was not in that frame of mind.
What made me really realize that was my first year here as a school counselor. I lost my mom to breast cancer. After that time, obviously, it was very, very difficult, but the students made my transition so much easier. Whether it was just someone wearing a pink t-shirt, someone else coming to me showing me that they made a ribbon in art class, the amount of support that I received from my students that year was tremendous, and it really, really helped me through one of the toughest times in my life.
I was having an impact on them, and that I was important to them, and that I affected them a lot. And that kind of made me take my position a little more seriously, I guess, and realizing that I have to kind of be a better person too if they're going to look up to me to help them.
I switched careers from engineering to being an educator, just to have the positive experiences that I have on a day-to-day basis with my students.
I'm supposed to set the example every day and ask the teaching questions and evoke them to examine themselves and become more. And yet I came here because there are many times when the students are my teachers.
I've never had a student where I've said, "Oh, what the heck with that kid."
If you're a teacher who isn't impacted by your students, you're probably not really doing the job right, because there's a certain amount of opening yourself up to a shared experience with the student.
Literally, you could be, not having the best time in your life at that point, but going in with these kids and you know that you mean so much to them and they mean so much to me, it really gets me through.
There's so much going on in our lives at that same time that they're not aware of, that their graciousness and kindness and just their humor and all the different ways we interact with them, I don't think they realize how much of that benefits us on a day-to-day basis, even though we're not talking about it and sharing the specifics.
All of my students really just bring me so much joy on an everyday basis. I brag about it. I talk about it all the time, that I get to teach here in Poughkeepsie and the reason that I'm here in Poughkeepsie and that I stay here in Poughkeepsie is because of the students.
If a former student or a current student sees this, then they know that I'm not just talking about somebody else, I'm talking about them too.
If I were to say anything to them, it would be thank you, Thank you for showing me why I'm here, why I wake up every day, and why I do what I do for these students.
Students make a difference.
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 Students absolutely, wholeheartedly, for better or for worse, make a difference.